Oh shoot. Okay. Hi YouTube, it's Jambi here, and if you didn't know, last year I was diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum, which was a correction of a previous diagnosis with OCD. Anyway, as being autistic is really just another way of having my brain wired, treatment went from trying to fix my non-existent OCD to giving me useful tricks for coping in this very Allistic world. And by the way, a lot of these hacks may also help for people with ADHD as well, because ADHD and autism are really closely related. So, there are two kinds of coping mechanism that I've found. One is the good kind. It's how to use your super cool, extra fun brain to do things that you can't otherwise do, and often that Allistic people can't do. The other kind is a lot less fun, and it's for when you're in a situation where you need people to not know that you're autistic. Because sometimes Allistic people can suck. Anyway, let's start with the good stuff. Number one, special interests. Special interests are the best thing about being autistic. For real, I love them. For me, in times where I'm distressed or in a situation where I need to not do anything, those are really hard for me, I use my special interests to calm down. For example, I was at a thing where I had to be silent for an hour, and that was so hard for me. Until I started just going through Hamilton in my head, and before Act 1 was over, it had been an hour and I barely noticed. Also, another recent time, I was just feeling really low and I couldn't figure out why. So after I'd reached out to some friends and had a good cry, I watched all of Thomas Sanders' videos until my friends could get back to me, and that helped me stay calm and not allow my negative feelings to escalate until I was ready to deal with them. Number two, sensory helpers. Now these come in a lot of categories. So the first one I would like to mention are headphones. Oh, come on. First one I'd like to mention are headphones. Get yourself some nice noise cancelling headphones. I have these not noise cancelling ones because I got them for free. But I often steal my mum's ones because they are so much better. I can't hear a thing with these on. And when my audio processing gets really bad, I can wear these and no one will expect me to be able to hear, which is such a relief. Another great thing is weighted blankets. If I can lift it. Oh yeah, that's good. They are a great time if you have one, but they can be really expensive. So I'd stick to Etsy and other maker sites for indie manufacturers. I actually make them to sell to my friends, and I have a flat rate of $80. A good weighted blanket will be about 1/10 of your body weight, and they feel like a hug, but less oppressively hot on those, 40 degrees Celsius days we get here in Australia. I would also really recommend hoodies, because you can hide. And as you can see, my hoodie is also Thomas Sanders merch, so it's like a double good time. Heck yeah, I am nice and safe. I would also recommend having some good textures TM around, like this blanket, which I love. In fact, I've loved it a little too much because it's got holes in it now, but I love it, it's so soft. It really helps to ground me. And also my lovely dog's ears work for this pretty well. Number 3, Auslan. I would really recommend that you learn Auslan or whatever your area's sign language is. Not only is it a really great stim, but it can also be used to communicate with people if you're non-verbal or unable to articulate well. And now we are onto the stuff that we shouldn't have to do. This first one is a tip for those of us who be out there looking for jobs. In job interviews, when they ask, what's your weakness? I always say, I need explicit instructions. So they know what to expect and are also surprised by my level of insight into what I'm like as a person to work with. These Allistics have no idea I'm literally just listing one of my symptoms. Another good one is for the whole eye contact thing. I can only look someone in the eye if I trust them, and even then I really struggle to hold it. So I've decided to just judge people's eyebrows instead. Even when I have actually told people I'm not looking at your eyes, I'm looking at your eyebrows, they can't tell. Now go forth and gather information about the Allistics. Find out what they're planning. Probably to make fun of us for caring about stuff again. Another pro tip I learned from studying psychology is this. If you need someone to like you, copy their body language. People seem to like it when they think people are like them. So that is it for this video. Thanks again for being so patient with my uploading schedule. It's just been a hectic time so far this year, but I will see you all next time. Jambi out. Alright, let the others off me. Groovy. Oh, come on. Never work with children, animals, or props. Well, I'm trapped. I'm trapped in my hoodie. Alright, I'm good. Like this blanket, which oh god, focus! If you need someone to like you, copy their body,